Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for February 13th, 2025. Roll call.
Val Gomez,
Present.
Weena Guzman,
Present.
James Portalatin.
Present.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Next on our agenda are the minutes. We have the minutes of the regular meeting of January 23rd, 2025. I'd like to make a motion to approve as written. A second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have no correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on the agenda is Master Fire 2025 rates. This is from Public Works. They are fire extinguisher service and sales out of Hammond. The not to exceed is $15,000. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, so we'll go along. We'll do the rate schedules, then we'll do a motion at
Okay.
the end. Okay, next one is from Atlas Bobcat. It is for 2 scheduled maintenance agreements. This is for model 10ant T500. They're floor sweepers. It's for $948 each for an amount of $1,896. This is not so much the rate schedule as the proposal. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve Atlas Bobcat's proposals with Public Works for the maintenance of their floor sweepers. A second?
Second. I can't hardly hear you.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Val.
Okay. Next we come to, this one is a rate schedule. This is from New Creation Construction. This is their 2025 rates. They have a not to exceed of $25,000. They're basically, it's an hourly rate of $80 an hour. Any questions or comments on this rate schedule?
No.
This is just for construction services, right?
Yep.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay. I think I'm going to make a motion to approve the master fire rates and the new creation construction. There are no further questions or comments on either one, right?
No.
So, okay, because some of these are different. Any questions or comments on master fire or new creations?
No.
No.
Then I'd like to make a motion to approve these 2 rate schedules for Public Works.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Rate schedule. Okay, next on our agenda, we have Doors Done Right. They have a not to exceed for Public Works of $50,000, for other departments also $50,000. Has their hourly rate for straight time and overtime. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Doors Done Right's rate schedule for Public Works.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have two proposals from Johnson Controls. We have the first one is the planned service agreement for fire alarms and sprinkler inspection and maintenance at East Chicago Parks and Rec Centers. The rec centers are Roxana for $837, Heritage for $1,009.11, Betsy Owens for $452.41, and Unity Center for $905.98, for a total of $3,204.50. And this is for their fire alarm and sprinkler systems maintenance. The second one from Johnson Controls, it's for the same agreement, planned service agreement for maintenance and service. This one is for the public safety building for $9,890.11. and $1,100. Then the next one is Mayor's Office for $420, and City Hall for $1,101.23. Total for all three in this proposal is $12,511.34. Are there any questions or comments on these two proposals from Johnson Controls for various buildings?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approve the two proposals from Johnson Controls for various city buildings.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, this is a salvage of a total loss. This is for Public Works Van 608. And we do have a letter. Salvage a total loss, Public Works Van 608. Dear Mr. President, on September 13, 2024, two of our city employees were involved in a major accident at the intersection of Chicago Avenue and Hewish in the Public Works Van 608. Since then, myself and Dean of the Chicago Law Department have been in contact with Peggy Koph, K-O-P-H, who is handling the claim in reference to what to do with the total vehicle. We have elected to give the vehicle up to the claims specialist in this situation, being that if we were to retain the vehicle, I do not feel that we would get the amount that we are offered back for the vehicle. Vehicle 608 through public auction. Pricing breakdown is below. Dean has confirmed with Attorney Joe Allegretti, and he has agreed with the verdict. So I want to make you all aware of these proceedings at this time. Post-accident photos, appraisal report are attached as well as price breakdown of salvage vehicle 608 listed below. And they have ACV value, ACV $10,160, tax $711.20, total of $10,871. Salvage, they have 2009 2076. Non-retained payout is $7,950 and 44 cents. And
I'm sorry. No, go
No.
ahead. Go ahead.
From my conversation with Dean of the Law Department, the person that caused the accident does have insurance, and they are seeking to get, proceeding to get restitution from them too. So,
Okay.
any questions or comments? And the photos are pretty graphic if you saw them. It was a pretty bad accident.
Very, very good photos. Unfortunately, I hope everybody was okay.
Yeah, I think with the driver came out okay, the passenger was injured.
Wow.
So,
But I do have a question. The tax, what does that represent?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know if that's part of when they're doing this Peggy Kopf. It's a firm that handles claims for the law department. They prepared these figures, so
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
I
I think they probably charge tax if they're probably in the whole process of getting restitution for everything, but I'm not sure. But we can get the information from Medina.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving of Public Works salvage a total loss for Public Works Van 608, with the condition we get the information on Commissioner Wena's question on the tax. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Did we get a second?
No,
Sec-
second.
Second? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, next we have they're amending, Public Works is amending their 2024-25 snow removal policy. The amendment is the not to exceed, requesting to add a not to exceed of $50,000 for each vendor on the policy. The vendors are listed below. For the record, it's Divine Landscaping, Calumet Waste and Recycling, R&D Construction, Regional Services, Sneed Construction, SNS Sales and Service, Acton Incorporated, Great Lakes Landscape, and STM Enterprises. So that's the only amendment to their snow policy. They're not to exceed for each vendor $50,000. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, there being no further question or comments, I have to make a motion approving Public Works request to amend their snow policy.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have a proposal from Service Sanitation for Public Works. This is for $6,873.93, and this is to provide porta potties. I think they're called that, right? Service includes servicing them and all that, so. Oh, this is for the
Bridge
porta potty
employees?
at the bridge.
Yeah, at the bridge.
So it's servicing that Pro 600 pod trailer with water supply. So that's for that one, $6,873.93. And it goes from 203.25 through 430.25. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I make a motion to approve Service Sanitation's proposal with Public Works for our bridge building tenders use.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now we come to outstanding invoices. We have 27. We'll go through each one. I'll make a motion at the end, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, first one is from Public Works. It is from Steel City. They have one late invoice dated 11/20/24 in the amount of $890.52. The reason invoice was not paid on time by Vehicle Maintenance Administration. The invoice was found in the folder. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay. Next one is from Bright Car Collision, BRYTE. They have two late invoices dated 10/17/24. They're both 10/17/24. The total of both is $6,940.90. Reason, invoice was sitting in the folder with Vehicle Maintenance Administration, on Vehicle Maintenance Administration desk. It was submitted back from the controllers due to the purchase order being closed in November, but Vehicle Maintenance Administration never resubmitted the invoices out of the active purchase order. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay. Next, we have two from 610 Auto. The first one has 8 invoices. They are all dated. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dated 11/14/24. Another one dated 11/15/24, and the final one 11/05/24, for a total of $5,995.70. Explanation, invoices were sitting in a folder on Vehicle Maintenance Administration desk. Administration never prepared the claim correct after it was given back to attach the purchase order with it so it could be submitted to the controllers. It seems the same excuse as last one. Okay, now we have another one from 610 Auto. This one has 24 late invoices. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are dated August 8/24. Then we have 1, 2, 3 that are dated 9/11/24. One dated 9/12/24, 9/16/24. 3 more 9/16/24. Wait a minute. Make that 6 more 9/16/24. And then we go second page. We have 2 that are dated 9/18/24. We have 2 that are dated 10/1/24. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are dated 10/2/24. and one dated 11/22/24, for a total of $22,732.05. Explanation is the same as the previous two. Invoices were given to the Vehicle Maintenance Administration by the Vehicle Maintenance Manager to process for payment. It was never submitted for payment. It was noticed that these were missing when the vendor submitted statement. I think they have a problem with that.
So Val, is this person still with them, or
The person that missed these?
yes, administrator?
Yeah, I think she, if you know Jalen Johnson, she's his assistant. So, I think it might be a process. They get so many vehicle,
Okay.
maintenance requests from different companies that sometimes they get
This
misplaced.
could have been a misplaced folder with all.
Yeah,
Or maybe she just started, processing them.
I know she's new, but
Yeah.
I think she's been there
I'm thinking-
enough that, I actually
Okay.
talked to Jalen Johnson. He said they're working on a different system.
Okay.
And actually, they get some of the other girls there to help, because she does this on her own, and there's I think 4 other people in that office.
They have a lot going on over there. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, next, we have a late invoice from Atlas Toyota. This is for Public Works. This is one late invoice dated 11/23/24, in the amount of $2,616.75. And the explanation is invoice was sitting in the folder on the Vehicle Maintenance Administration desk. Administration never prepared the claim, so it could be submitted to the controllers. So basically, we're getting the same. Any questions or comments on those? Nope?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
We'll move on. Next one is also for Public Works, vendors Mechanical Concepts. They have one invoice dated 9/23/24, amount is $4,510. Explanation, invoice was processed on time by Public Works, but somehow got lost when turned into the Controller's Department for payment. So I need to get approval to process the payment again. Any questions or comments on this one?
No,
No.
Okay.
no.
Next one is from G&J Auto Parts from the Fire Department. They have 2 late invoices dated 12/10/24 and 12/17/24 for a total of $96.68. Explanation, not enough funds on previous year's PO. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay. Next, we have one from Pulse Technology. This is for the fire department also. One late invoice dated 12/6/24. Amount is $31.99. Explanation, PO closed after invoice arrived. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
Okay, next we
It
have,
should be prior to invoice arriving, no?
yeah,
Okay,
there's some punctuation errors, but,
yeah.
so. Okay. Next, also from fire department, from Hinckley Springs. One late invoice dated 12/18/24, amount is $10.14. Explanation, not enough money in previous year's PO. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
It was close, but
Yep. Okay, next one is from Multimedia Department. This is from Lamar. They have one late invoice dated 12/9/24. Next one is 10/21/24, 11/4/24, 11/11/24, 11/25/24 for a total of $3,940. Explanation, invoices weren't paid due to lack of funds at the time of receiving the invoice, and the PO was not submitted promptly to gather the funds needed for payment of invoices. Any questions on this one?
no.
No, and I think some of, a lot of these, they couldn't even be processed because the books were closed, too.
Well, I
So,
think,
Sounds like
yeah,
pretty much all of them.
well, I think basically they're giving their reason, but I think the main reason, the books were closed.
Yes.
And there was no way to recover from that.
Yep.
Okay, next one is from Kanaka Minota, also from Multimedia. They have late invoices dated 9/16/24, 10/15/24, 10/16/24, 11/16/24, and 11/15/24, for a total of $125.33. Explanation, invoices weren't paid due to a lack of funds at the time of receiving the invoice, and the PO was not submitted promptly to gather the funds needed for payment of these invoices. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
But if you look at these dates, some of them, especially from 9/16, there was plenty of time
Yeah,
to do
those,
it.
yeah. But the ones like for November and stuff,
Yeah,
that's
but-
kind of difficult sometimes
You know,
when the books
when-
are closed.
When you see them spread this far apart, September, October. Okay, next one is also from Multimedia. It is for ISFA. And ISFA is the organization that puts out those Indiana festival guides. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the late invoice is dated 10/23/24, the amount is $7,800. Explanation, invoice weren't paid due to the PO not being submitted promptly to gather the funds needed for payment of invoice. Any question or
Val,
comments?
did you say 7,000?
Yep, 7,000.
800.
It's 780.
Oh, 780?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Well, there was no little dot on this one. On mine, there's no little dot.
Okay.
So it looks like 7,000. Oh, you know what? The next one is 780.
Okay, that's,
Are you-
then I'm looking at the wrong one. That's
Yeah,
what
the one we just did is 7,800.
That's
Okay.
7,800.
happened. Okay,
Yes.
you're right.
Yeah, the next one is 780. Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. I get to be right sometimes. Okay. Okay, next one is also from Multimedia. It's from Frank O. Carlson. This was dated 11/21/24. The amount is $780. And just for record, Frank O. Carlson, they're the ones that do these 4x8 panels of advertisement. And in this particular case, it was for the panels for Celebration of Light.
Okay.
So the explanation, invoices weren't paid due to lack of funds at the time of receiving the invoice, and the PO was not submitted promptly to gather the funds needed for the payments of invoices. Any questions or comments on that one?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, next one is also from Multimedia, is for Baxter. They have 3 late invoices dated 7/8/24, 7/31/24, 9/19/24, for a total of $1,485. Explanation is the invoices weren't paid due to lack of funds at the time of receiving the invoice, and the PO was not submitted properly to gather the funds needed for payment of the invoices. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, and Baxter, that company does ads for various festivals. They help with advertisement, just for the record. Okay, next one is from Sounds and Graphic, also from Multimedia Department. One late invoice dated 12/6/24, amount is $5,975. Explanation, invoice wasn't paid due to the invoice being received after the books were closed. Any questions or comments on that one?
No.
No.
Okay, next we have Northwest Industrial Specialists, also from Multimedia. We have 2 late invoices dated 10/21/24 and 12/12/24 for a total of $2,125. Explanation, invoices weren't paid due to lack of funds at the time of receiving the invoice, and the PO was not submitted promptly to gather the funds needed for the payments of the invoices. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
Okay. That concludes the ones for Multimedia. And for the record, I did speak with Multimedia's director. We had a conversation on the issue here, and I even suggested he has only one person in his office, and I suggested that if she needs additional training, to let us know, you know.
And we're also, I offer the training, to help as well.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
I also informed him that sometimes he should call these vendors if they're not getting the invoices on time.
Okay.
Because the projects come up, and then he told me sometimes the invoices come late. I said, well, sometimes you gotta be proactive, call, because then you put a lot of pressure on her to do these things at the end of the month, at the end of the year. So, especially when the books are closing.
Okay.
Okay, that was
That's
just for a little information. Okay, next we have from the police department, we have three late invoices for the same officer. They are reimbursements of Officer Stefan Schneider. And the first one has two late invoices dated 10/17/24, 11/15/24, for a total of $1,099.68. Explanation for this one is, please excuse the late invoices. They were not submitted to the service department in a timely manner. The items were purchased by the officer and were needed to perform duties as a Northwest Regional SWAT team member. Okay. The next one is for Mr. Snyder, Officer Snyder, is dated September 10 through 11, 2024. Amount is $209.43. Explanation, please excuse the late receipts. They were not submitted to the service department in a timely manner. And the final one for Officer Snyder is a late invoice dated from October 21st through October 23rd in the amount of $383.63. Explanation, please excuse these late invoice receipts. They were not submitted to the service division in a timely manner. The items were purchased by the officer and were needed to perform duties as a Northwest Regional SWAT team member. Any questions or comments on these three late invoices for Officer Snyder?
No.
No.
Okay, next one is also from the police department. This is for Officer Scott Miles. There are two late invoices dated 11/27/24. They're both from 11/27/24. Total of $95.67. Explanation, please excuse these late invoice receipts that were not submitted to the service department in a timely manner. Okay, next one, also from the police department, reimbursement for Sergeant J. Len Morris. Invoice date is October 21st through 23rd, 2024. The amount is $234.34. Explanation, please excuse the late receipts. They were not submitted to the service department in a timely manner. Items were purchased by the officer. They actually put the wrong name of the officer here. That's Snyder. This is for Morris. We're needed to perform duties. In fact, it's the same explanation for the other one. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
We'll talk to the police department about that one. They put the wrong name on the explanation. Okay, next we have, also from the police department, we have lead invoice from SIRCHIE. Searchy?
Searchy. Yep.
Searchy? Yeah. They have two late invoices, 8/26/24 and 10/1/24, for a total of $468.40. Explanation, please excuse these late invoices. They were not received by the service division in a timely manner. Purchase orders were on hand to pay for them on time. It's an acquisition company, LLC. I'm just trying to see what they were today. Any questions or comments on that one?
No.
Okay, next one, also from the police department, this is for Reeves Fence Services. This late invoice dated November 22nd, 2024. The invoice is in the amount of $265,170. Please excuse this late invoice that was not forwarded to the Service Department Division in a timely manner. Purchase order 242576 was on hand to pay this invoice. Just for record, I did check when I saw this one, just because of the amount, and they basically lost the invoice. So that's why it wasn't paid on time. And I think the last meeting we did, they had two other ones, right? We did two purchase
They
orders?
were change orders.
Change orders that they
Yeah, I
missed also,
recall, yeah.
remember? So, they assured me that they were going to be more careful with these.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, next one is from Engineering Department, is with company Americal, dated 11/4/24. The amount is $42,542. Explanation, Engineering Department received the invoices late, services have been rendered, and invoice should be processed. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay. And next we have from Hassey Engineering, this is from Engineering Department again. We have two late invoices dated 10/31/24 and 11/30/24 for a total of $411,994.80. Okay, so that's $411,994.80. Explanation, Engineering Department received the invoices in time, but was missed. Services have been rendered and invoice should be processed. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay. Next we have late invoice from the Engineering Department for Short, Elliott and Hendrickson, dated 10/15/24. Amount is $19,798.28. Explanation, Engineering Department received the invoice on time, but was missed. Services have been rendered and invoice should be processed. Any questions or comments on that one?
No.
No.
Okay, next we have Rob from Engineering Department. Vendor is Robinson Engineering. One late invoice dated 7/16/2024. Amount is $3,277.50. Explanation, Engineering Department received the invoices on time, but supplemental agreement had to be approved prior to processing. Services have been rendered and invoice should be processed. Any questions or comments on this one?
No.
No.
Okay, there be no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion.
I do have a question real quick. On
Okay.
the package, I see a Brandenburg invoice. Is there something, or was that associated with the Miracle Project?
That was associated with the Miracle.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Any other question or comments?
No.
No.
Okay, if there be no further question or comments, I'd like to make a motion to approving the aforementioned 27 late invoices for approval and payment to from the various departments.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Bus Transit. This is for purchase of repair items. Purchase of repair parts for the buses to have on stock for needed repairs. All city buses are manufactured by Gillig, G-I-L-L-I-G. That's the manufacturer of all our buses, and Gillig is the sole source of these parts. And the amount for just these parts for preventive maintenance is $20,000. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Bus Transit's requests for repair parts from Gillig.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, from the fire department, we have a proposal to provide a wide range of mental health services from the company Jacqueline? Jacqueline Augustine, and these are psychiatrists and associates. It has a not to exceed of $5,000. The fire department previously, matter of fact, I believe the police and fire department had a different company before. And in one of our previous meetings, the police department also went to this company. And this is in the case they have an event that might emotionally, cause problems for the policeman and firemen.
Okay.
So it's similar to the ones they had before, and they have their rate schedules here also, and other service and fees. And it has a not to exceed of $5,000. So it's for mental health services. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve the fire department's request for their new mental health service company.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from McQueen Emergency Repairs to Engine 2612. We do have a letter from Damon Carpenter, Chief. Please consider my request to approval of repairs for Engine 2612. McQueen Emergency has identified several issues regarding this engine. Attached you will find an estimate. The total cost to repair is $11,971.83. We have the available funds in our vehicle repair and maintenance account. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
Being no further questions or comments, I make a motion approving the fire department's request for McQueen Emergency Repairs to repair engine 2612.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, next we have the fire department's request to approve a proposal from Cintas. This is basically a cooperative acceptance agreement, and it has basically lists all the items they buy from Cintas. It has their unit prices on there, and they have a not to exceed of $25,000. I think this is similar to ones other departments have, but
Those are uniforms, correct?
well, I think that's what I was looking at the top. I think the firemen they get their uniforms not from Cintas. I believe they have a civilian employee, a maintenance gentleman, and I think that's what these uniforms are on top. The rest of the things are basically cleaning things and paper and stuff like toilet paper and all that, so that's what caught my eye on top. I was thinking about that uniform, but then I remembered they do have a maintenance, person there. Any other questions on the Cintas proposal for the fire department?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving fire department's proposal with Cintas.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from Legacy Fire. This is the annual maintenance program with the fire department. We do have a letter from the fire chief. Dear board members, attached you'll find 3 quotes for the annual prevention maintenance program for all the fire department emergency apparatus. I respectfully request approval for Legacy Fire in the amount of $22,415. Legacy's fire quote all encompasses what we need for the department. Legacy Fire has provided excellent preventive maintenance services in the past. Over the last several years, funding will come from our budget, their account, other services and charges. think one advantage when I talked to the deputy chief was that they will pick up and drop off the vehicles for free, so. And it does have their rate schedules on the page 2. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Fire Department's request to have Legacy Fire do their annual maintenance program.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have 3 resolutions. First one is Resolution 2025-05, Resolution Chicago Board of Public Works establishing terms and conditions for the transfer of certain property owned by the City of East Chicago to the East Chicago Department of Redevelopment, which property is commonly known as 3919 through 33 Alexander Avenue. Parcel number 45-03-201-381-000-024. Okay, so therefore be resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of East Chicago that the City of East Chicago shall convey and transfer with $0 consideration the above described real estate as partially described in an attached quick claim deed to the East Chicago City Department of Redevelopment. Be it further resolved that the board president be and is hereby authorized to execute a deed substantially conforming to the documents attached, conveying such property to the East Chicago Department of Redevelopment, along with the appropriate sales disclosure form. Okay, so any questions or comments on this resolution transferring property?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the quick claim deed, it says release and quick claim to ECDR. I thought I normally see them East Chicago Redevelopment Department, because
Yeah.
it's kind of, I thought they were trying to keep it consistent, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure if that would be something we bring up so they can correct that. And that's on both of these.
It's usually
quick
East Chicago Department of
ECDR.
Redevelopment spelled out.
claims. Yeah.
You think it should be spelled out on it, or have we been doing this like this?
Just
Okay.
a question for maybe law department, but I think,
Mhm.
to be consistent, if
Right.
the East Chicago Department of Redevelopment, it's easy to find
Mhm.
and pull up.
Yep.
See, is that on the other ones too? Okay, so it's probably going to be on all 3, so we'll bring that up to,
Yeah.
I'll talk to Dina, because I think Mr. Morse are working on these, right?
Yes.
So, okay. Any other questions on Resolution 2025-05?
No.
That's it.
Okay, I'll do all 3, then we'll make one motion, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, next one is Resolution 2025-06, a resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works establishing terms and conditions for the transfer of certain property owned by the City of Chicago to the Chicago Department of Redevelopment, which property is commonly known as 3903 Hemlock Avenue, parcel number 45-03-222-352.000-024. So as we mentioned before, be resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of Chicago that the City of Chicago should convey and transfer for $0 consideration the above described real estate as particularly described in the attached quitclaim deed to the Chicago Department of Redevelopment. Be it further resolved that the board president be and is hereby authorized to execute a deed substantially conforming to the documents attached, conveying such property to the Chicago Department of Redevelopment, along with the appropriate sales disclosure form. And as noted, this one does, like the previous one, has the ECDR, which we will speak to the law department about. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2025-6? No?
No.
Okay, we come to Resolution 2025-7. Resolution called Board of Public Works, establishing terms and conditions for the transfer of certain property owned by the City of Chicago to the Chicago Department of Redevelopment, which property is commonly known as 3930 Melville, parcel number 45-03-21-381-024, period 000-024. Can it be resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of Chicago that the City of Chicago should convey and transfer with $0 consideration the above described real estate as particularly described in the attached quitclaim deed to the Chicago Department of Redevelopment? Be it further resolved that the Board President be and is hereby authorized to execute deeds substantially conforming to the documents attached, conveying such property to the Chicago Department of Redevelopment along with the appropriate sales disclosure form. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2025-7?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Resolutions 2025-05 through 2025-7.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, on our agenda, we had for Don Dawkins, a renewal of a contract. I was informed by the law department shortly before the meeting if we could remove this from the agenda. Okay? Here's Don Dawkins one. Okay, next we have the Teamsters engagement letter. And this is with Faegre, drinker. How would you pronounce that? Faegre? I don't know. Well, anyway, this is a law firm out of Indianapolis, Indiana. The law department is requesting their services to represent them in I don't know if you call it a situation with our Teamsters local number 142. So they will represent the city in connection with a litigation matter involving the Teamster local union number 142 and a dispute over collective bargaining agreement and governing law. So basically, they have their fees here. Their fees for 2025 are in the range of $525 to $900 an hour. Some pretty good lawyers. Okay, so are there any questions or comments?
Is there a not to exceed on here?
I did ask that question. They said they would get back to me.
Okay, so it'd be subject to not
Yeah.
to exceed number?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
No.
Okay, there being no further questions, I'd like to make a motion approving the law department's request for Faegre Drinker law firm to represent the city of Chicago in our litigation with the Teamsters local union 142.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from the police department. We do have a communications to the Board of Works from the police department. The Chicago Police Department is requesting the approval of the Power DMS Power Ready subscription agreement. This subscription is assessed by the ECPD training officers while working with new officers. Power Ready software manages communications and field training documentation, probationary and promotional phases, and supports new role transitions with new officers. Thank you for your consideration. The amount is $3,665.62. Are there any questions or comments on this?
No.
No.
Having no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the police department's request with Powers DMS.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from NITCO, Broadband Service Police Department. Police Department, East Chicago Police Department is requesting approval of the attached NITCO agreement. NITCO provides broadband service for the police department, is approved by Kevin Klosak. Kevin Klosak is our IT director. This year's rates have been discounted from $109.95 to $99.95. It says $104.95 with $5 invoice fee. And this is a total monthly reoccurring fee. So that would be the monthly fee.
Yeah.
Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the police department's proposal from NITCO for their broadband service.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from the police department, we have donation checks. We have two. We have a donation check from the Knights of Columbus Wives Club for $250 and one from Halo Service Latin Media for $600. And the donation checks will be deposited into newly established ECPD K-9 account and will be used for other machinery and equipment. And we have copies of the checks. It will also be used in ECPD Community Outreach account. Any questions or comments on these donation checks?
Just want to say thank you for the generous donations.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to accept the police department's request for these donation checks.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have from the police department for the Griffin Animal Hospital. The East Chicago Police Department is requesting approval of the attached rate schedule for the veterinarian services for all police canines. And it has the rate schedules with a not to exceed of $5,000. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to accept Griffin Animal Hospital's proposal for the police department for their canines.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have some special events from Christmas Decor by Servicescape. We have a proposal for it's Indianapolis Boulevard from Chicago Avenue to 151st Street. There are 54 lamp posts according to the plans provided. So the amount they're proposing for labor for these lamp posts, labor is $1,833. Purchases for equipment on this proposal is $4,915 for a total of $6,748. And there is a list of the items they're going to purchase. It's various electrical equipment and other types of brackets and straps. Any questions or comments on this request from special events?
Just, I'm not sure she got the funding, but we should say subject to funding. I think Controller's office is working with her to try to,
Yeah. They do have a budget, and it's early in the year, so they still might,
So
but
they could
we'll find out.
okay.
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I get to make a motion approving special events requests with Christmas decor, subject to funding.
Second.
I didn't say all in favor. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes. Okay, next we have from Service Sanitation out of St. John. All right, is this St. John? No, whatever it is. Okay, we have the rate schedule. With a not to exceed of $12,000. There's different prices depending on how many units you're going to use. Apart from that, any questions or comments on this proposal?
None.
No.
Was that? There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion we approve the proposal from Service Station for special events in the amount of not to exceed $12,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have this is from IT Department. This is Civic Plus Moncedo agreement with IT. This agreement is for 1 year. Let's see, it's 1 year C-Click Fix application for a cost of $11,727.03. This is Civic Plus's annual renewal with IT. And it is only for 1 year. They do have rates for 1, 2, and 3, but Kevin Klosek, our administrator in IT, is asking for this agreement for 1 year. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I can make a motion approving IT's request for the proposal from Civic Plus.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we another proposal from IT Department. This is IT Department NITCO Business Access Lines. Description of this agreement is for a citywide fax line, so we can convert them from AT&T analog lines to NITCO digital phone system lines. The lines are priced at $20 per line per month, as opposed to AT&T's $37 a month per line. It's quite a savings.
It's good.
Any questions or comments on the proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion to accept NITCO's proposal to IT for citywide fax lines.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, also for IT, their ES Cyber Solutions. This is from IT, ES Cyber Solutions, Force Point Web Filtering Support and Maintenance. This agreement is for a 1-year support and maintenance service for a Force Point Web Filtering System at a cost of $16,344 from the suggested price of $31,393. And this is part of our security software. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I can make a motion we approve IT's request for ES Cyber Solutions support and maintenance proposal.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have from JM Industrial Services. JM Industrial Services out of Fair Oaks, Indiana. The work and task is for demolition of 3823 Butternut and 3827 Butternut Street. And is the notice to proceed. Any questions or comments?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I make a motion we approve Building Department's request for the notice to proceed to JM Industrial for the aforementioned streets, addresses.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have the 2025 concrete asphalt unit prices. And I believe this is similar to where everybody agrees to a price, and they sign on to the policy. And we have the vendors that have agreed are R&D Construction, Magner Concrete, Pintos, 360 Degree, and Compost Concrete. So they've all signed. And there's, we did get the not to exceed of 150,000 for each from engineering. Are there any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the 2025 concrete and asphalt unit prices from engineering
Second?
policy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, we have from Permaseal. This has to do with the from Marktown path, I don't know if it's the bike trail. The project is the Marktown Bike Trail. The amount is $118,230, and if the material cannot be leveled, there'll be an additional $22,000 to the total. Just for information, this project, the funding is actually coming from NIPSCO. NIPSCO had a project there, and they gave us not only the money for what they had to dig out, but they gave us additional money to expand the pathway. So,
Thank you, NIPSCO.
yeah.
Yes.
They should dig up more of our stuff. So. Okay, any questions or comments?
No.
No.
Okay, there be no further questions or comments. I'd like to make a motion to approve the Permaseal proposal for the Marktown Bike Path.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay. Next, we have a proposal from R&D Construction out of East Chicago. This is for the alley from 4718 Indianapolis Boulevard. The total amount is $44,870. $36,500 is for total area asphalt, and $6,500 is for total sewer costs. We propose to provide labor, equipment, and material to complete the following: the alley, as I mentioned, Indianapolis Boulevard 4718. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
So is this the only proposal that was received, or are there any?
There actually is in the paperwork, there is a proposal from Permaseal. Let me see here.
Permaseal, 29.
Permaseal's proposal is 49 something, and then I believe there's another one too.
360-degree construction.
And 360 was 66,000. So this is the lowest of the three.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Second.
No?
No. Jesus second.
Oh, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, next we have this is from First Group Engineering. This is for pavement management program. This is from the design and bidding includes the First Group design of McKinley Place, Pennsylvania Avenue, Dahlia? D-A-H-L-I-A, Dahlia Place? Delilah Place? Okay, and Sophia Street. The total amount not to exceed of 172,500. 7,500 is for application assistance. 35,000 is for contract documentation, the bid help, exhibit preparation, and construction inspection is for 130,000 for a total of 172,500. Any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving First Group's engineer's proposal for the pavement management program.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we have, also from First Group Engineering, this is the design and construction and management of the Catalpa Street Mill and Overlay from 140th to Guthrie. And on Appendix D, they have amount of payment. It has not to exceed $60,000, $30,000 for survey plan design, contract docs, and $30,000 for construction management inspection. A total of $60,000. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I can make a motion approving this proposal from First Group Engineering for the Catalpa Mill and Overlay from engineering.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have two proposals from, no, just one. We have from Benny Tree Service. We did have two proposals. One is for Catalpa Street, and the Catalpa Street one is to remove 8 trees from 3933, 3924, 3924. There's two trees at 3924. One is a large, one is extra large. 3912, small tree. 3912 again, another small tree. 3910, medium tree. 3910, medium tree. 3909, another tree there for a total of $19,550. And this also includes all stumps and cleanup are included. There's quite a bit of trees they're going to cut on this block. The second one is for just one tree from Benny Tree Services. That's at 3810 Ivy Street. It's for tree removal and disposal, $1,300. Any questions or comments on these two proposals?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Ben Tree Service, two proposals for Catalpa and Ivy Street.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we have, from Midwestern Electric, we have their rate schedules, 2025. We have their labor rates and their equipment rates.
So not to exceed?
I was looking right now. We don't have enough to see for everybody?
No, it should be 100,000.
Okay, engineering would like to have it 100,000
Bids for the whole year.
for the whole year.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
No.
No.
I'd like to make a motion approving Midwest Electric's 2025 rate schedules. And that's for traffic signals, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, we have another one from GusGen Electric, 2025 rates for repair to street lights and illumination signs. And we have, and this should be 100,000 also for not to exceed, and we have their rate schedules for electrical service work, and fleet service work, and equipment rates. Any questions or comments on GusGen's rate schedule for 25?
No.
No.
There being no further questions, I'd like to make a motion approving the rate schedules with engineering for the GusGen Electric.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Did we do a motion for Midwestern?
Did we? Did we miss that one? Nope.
No.
Okay. Yeah, let me know right away, James.
Sorry.
Okay. I forgive you, James.
I thought we were going to do them both. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I didn't. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve Midwestern's electric 2025 rate schedules with engineering for traffic signals.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have Pintos. From Pintos, we have a change order. This is for sidewalk project 10. This is for additional cement on Broadway and 138th Street. The amount of the change is $7,341.50. Any questions or comments on this change?
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving Pinto's change order for sidewalk project number 10 with engineering.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we,
Make a change here. This was in the packet, but this cover shouldn't have gone with it. This agreement for First Group Engineering that was in the packet is not for pavement management, it's for general engineering services. It's not 172,000, it's only 30,000.
oh, so that shouldn't have been on there?
No, that shouldn't have been on there.
Okay. So that was the first one we did?
Yes, the first one we did for First Group.
Okay, so we had, I don't know if you heard, our secretary, there was a page attached to that first group engineering pavement management program
Okay.
that should have been there. So that, it was for a different project. So the amount, and the amount is 30,000? Oh, okay. So we actually may have a huge savings now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so my little editor is actually, the amount is 30,000 instead of the
172,000.
instead of the 172 that we
I think
made
you
a
said
motion to accept.
172,500.
Yeah, so now it's actually was 30,000. So there was a page that should have been under. So I'd like to correct that motion for First Group Engineering and the payment management, that we approve their payment management for this project in the amount of $30,000.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Olga, for catching that. Okay. Where were we? Okay, now we come to 2025 sidewalk, curb, and concrete from engineering. Under this program, we have Pintos Concrete has been awarded 149th Street, east side from Alexander Avenue to Melville, 149 west side from Alexander Avenue to Melville, 149th Street, east side from Alexander Avenue to McCook Avenue, 149th Street, west side from Alexander Avenue to McCook Avenue. The total price for Pinto would be $73,905. Okay, the next one is from Magnar Concrete. They've been awarded $104,240. This is for East Alexander Avenue from 151st to 150th, West Alexander Avenue from 151st to 150th, 151st Street west side from Alexander Avenue to Melville, 151st west side from Alexander Avenue to McCook. And as I mentioned, it's $104,240. The final one is for 360. They've been awarded $78,515. This is from East Alexander Avenue from 151st Street to 149th, West Alexander Avenue from 150 to 149th Street for the amount of $78,515. And this is for sidewalk, curb, and concrete. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd like to make a motion approving the awards for the 2025 sidewalk, curb, and concrete to Pinto, Magnar, and 360 Degree for concrete. And
Second.
curbs. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next we come to proposal from ERM, banner arms for additional street lights. This is for 60 CDIS banner hardware for 30 light poles. The amount is $12,480. So it's a 60 banner hardware for 30 lights. Okay. I'm thinking it's 208 for each one. Looks like that. Okay, 208 at each for the 30 light poles. The total price will be $12,480. Any questions or comments?
No.
No.
Okay, there be no further questions or comments. I'd like the motion to approve ERM's proposal for engineering for street light banner hardware.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, that brings us to right-of-way applications. We have Board of Public Works permit application number 25-04916 through 25-04941. Any questions or comments on these Board of Public Works permit applications?
No.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, I can make a motion approving the aforementioned permit applications.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, that concludes our new business. We have no other business before us. Our next regular meeting will be Thursday, February 27th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. That concludes all our items on our agenda for tonight. I'd like to make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.